Before winter's chill had lifted, Dolphus Morrison's 3-year-old filly, Rachel Alexandra, was heating up the hearts of racing insiders, taking the Fairground Oaks in March and then exploding away to an 8 3/4 length victory in the Fantasy Stakes at Oaklawn Park. The buzz from those in the know soon gave way to a mighty roar from fans near and far when Rachel defeated the field of the Kentucky Oaks by a record 20 1/4 lengths. Purchased after the Oaks by Jess Jackson and Harold McCormick, Rachel Alexandra crossed the gender line by defeating boys in the Preakness Stakes. She wasn't yet finished. She beat the boys again in the Haskell Invitational and went one further when she proved victorious against older horses in the Woodward Stakes at historic Saratoga. That victory ended a perfect year for Rachel, who won all 8 of her starts.
The Eclipse Award of the 2009 Horse of the Year. Rachel Alexandra.
Yeah! Yeah!
I think this was the most anticipated Horse of the Year announcement I've ever seen in my lifetime. And usually, I mean, sometimes there's a little bit of question who's going to be, but we pretty much know. It's pretty clear. But this year, not only did you not know whether it would be Rachel Alexandra or Zenyatta, there was quite a divisive argument going on for a long time.
And in the end, and this is an objective statement, they got the right Horse of the Year. In fact, I actually thought it was a no-brainer. Why don't we go back and take a look at a couple of Rachel Alexandra's victories. She was obviously named Horse of the Year last Monday, and she was also unanimous 3-year-old filly champion. Here is the crowning achievement of an just remarkable 3-year-old filly campaign, her in the Woodward.
Yeah, I think Steve Asmussen sort of said the obvious the other day when he said he felt this was her most impressive victory, and I couldn't agree more with him. Though I'll tell you something, the Preakness was very impressive in its own right, and they're very, very similar races when you think about it, because in both races she was involved in extremely strong paces that just buried anybody who was close to her, particularly in the Woodward, and the closers dominated the race, yet she was the only speed in both of those races that was able to hold on. And that's a very rare situation where she really beat the dynamics.
Her final start of 2009, you know where she is on the outside in the Classic.
Yeah, there she is, making her impressive and sort of patented move on the outside. And she's a terrific racehorse. And no, you know, it became such an argument where to like one was a suggestion that you were disrespecting the other one or you didn't like it. They're both very, very good horses, and I think ultimately it came down to which horse had the better campaign this year, not necessarily who you think the better horse is. We may think Rachel's better, but the fact is she had an 8-race campaign, Zenyatta had a 5-race campaign. Zenyatta met pretty mediocre fields in 4 of her races and had the one tremendous race, the Breeders' Cup Classic. Rachel had a better year.